certainly been scoring at a very good run rate. Virat Kohli is the new batsman. 82 matches he's played. He's got a good strike rate. Out there with Gautam Gambhir. He's got 17 of 10. He's already hit 3 fours, so he's going pretty well too. Wide down the leg side.
Well, I wonder if that's the last time we'll see Sachin Tendulkar in Australia. He's now 38 years of age.
Once again up and straight, and once again whipped away downhill, and once again it'll go for 4. We're certainly not short of 4s. 15 runs and a wicket, 2 for 97.
And weighed down all summer. And tonight they can, through their spirits, go for it without ramifications if it fails.
And I think that was helping Tendulkar. He was out there hitting the ball. He was looking as good as he has all summer, but it was a strange option he took, given that he was playing so beautifully with the full face of the bat.
It's not going to hurt Kohli, I don't think, either. He's a classic one-day player. We've seen him have to really dig in innings so far this summer, and he's done that very well. But I'm sure he's got a lot more expansive shot range than we've seen in the one-dayers.
That boundary he's just hit, which he timed so well, it was as if he was going to play the stroke he's been playing, the stroke that got him out the other night. In fact, we can have a look at that stroke against the Australians. And he's been out hitting the ball in the air far too often. So that's the stroke. And here, he just seems to wait and drop his wrist and drop the bat onto the ball, determined to hit it along the ground, not try to hit it too hard, and ensure that mid-wicket isn't brought into play. He must have given it a bit of thought. Someone as talented as him, who always looks as if he's in the contest, loves to fight, and he's almost like a boxer punching away at the opposition. And, you know, he would have reviewed his game and thought, I can't keep getting caught out when I time the ball nicely.
And he's practicing playing straight. So I think that's the other thing that's running through his mind, Nico, is just down the ground, down the ground. He naturally enjoys turning it into the onside. He's very conscious of not getting across it too often.
Gambhir just having a chat to him. He's grown in stature too, 22 from 14. All of a sudden he's probably forgotten about the plays and misses and the nicks of the summer, and cleared his head and found the middle.
We've talked a bit about the pitches that suit Gambhir. His 290s came at Adelaide. More even.
Take it, or make sure they hold the normal ones. Little run-out chances. High balls into the outfield, running, diving catches, if that's what it's going to take. Well, you can get 160, 170.
Yeah, well, Michael Slater was just explaining to me as you were talking there, the way to look at it is they needed 8 and over when the run chase began. They're scoring at 8.5, so they've actually dragged it back to 7.5 and over needed now.
But that will change with these dot balls. That's the problem. If they don't keep going and keep this rate up, that white line will drop very quickly, and then they're up around 10 runs and over. So it's been a terrific start. Just need to keep going, keep the fireworks going.
It's 2 for 108. Well, that explains it a different way. 213 more runs, 100
equally as good on that onside. He was working on. There was some starts for Sangakkara, 20s, but he hadn't gone on with it, and that is a little similar to the series here for Kohli. I feel that he's working overtime at the crease rather than just letting that instinct take over.
No, it's all right. Quite safe. 2 good innings played. You talk about Sangakkara. Slats 2 excellent innings played today by Kumar Sangakkara, who made his 13th at One Day 100, and Tilakaratne Dilshan, who made his 11th One Day 100. Both of them their 4th against India. These two sides play against each other a great deal, of course. It's okay. Again, short of the man out at square leg. Just a period where India can't break.
The points table is tied.
That's the stroke. That's as good as anything from anybody, anytime. 2 for 127. 24 overs left because it has to be done in 40, and Ian Healy is convinced that the way to think about it is a 20-over game, and I think he's dead right.
And I think they might be thinking like that too, because they're very, what do you call it? They're very keen to conserve their wickets. They're not giving up taking easy risks here for the Sri Lankan bowlers to get wickets. They're not offering chances at all, so they're just chipping away at it. Ashwin and then some slogging at the end. Certainly, it's not as scary as it once was 10 years ago.
And surely that's the way they're going to be looking at it. They have to look at it that way. The fact that they play this 2020, they know what they can score. They've assessed it. They've seen what Sri Lanka achieve with bat in hand.
But they can't waste these 4 overs though before they get to that 2020 stage. That's good bowling. So minimum they need ones. Try to.
Oh, and it's going to be 4. Well, you need the gods to go with you too, and they just have. 2 for 134.
They're the big spaces he's got to hit into when Pereira is operating. There's only to change him after this over.
Wonderful. Really wonderful. All class. Great to watch. And one thing we know, these fireworks will continue.
Finally, he's been searching for the middle of the bat on one of those shots for a long time. That's the ripper.
I was saying that halfway there they are, 2 for 160. And another 161 off 20 overs to get the bonus point win. As I said, we've had a 10-over power play at the top there where India were able to secure 2 for 97. So we're still at 10 overs of power play conditions for the next 20 overs as well. So we are beautifully balanced here in this run chase. Here is the slow bowling option. Herath is into the attack. This could be a turning point in the game. One way for either side.
Yeah, we'll soon find out. He's a pretty good operator. He's been bowling pretty well too, actually. He'll change his pace a little bit, just looking at his field. He's got 3 men on the boundary on the leg side, a mid-off back and an extra cover back.
Well, they should get 2 here as well. Got that square enough to get 2. That's the problem at the moment for the Sri Lankans. They can't seem to stop the 2s.
Yeah, it's well played, actually. You can see how he opened up the face there to make sure he got the 2.
Oh, yeah. Well, be wide. It is called late. It's fair enough.
The other thing to consider is for the Sri Lankans who've been dynamic in the field this series, it's completely different conditions out there than it has been throughout this series. It's about 14 or 13 degrees. So they won't be liking it. They're from a very, very hot, humid climate. There's a good, strong breeze racing across the ground at about 13 or 14 degrees. So the diving around and fielding the ball cleanly, it's not going to be as easy as what it has been.
Leading edge, but safe. Bit of luck. goes the way of Kohli. Well, if you look at it as a 20-over game or 20-20 match, you have to say India in front. They needed 161 from 20 overs. They needed. You'd back them most times, wouldn't you?
With the 2 power plays. We've still got the batting and the bowling power play, where only 3 fell.
I tell you, it would be a massive turnaround if India were to get there. You saw them in Sydney the other night, and they only made about 160. And really, they didn't look like chasing down that total of Australia. It's been a good little period here for Sri Lanka. We've had a number of singles and a few dot balls.
Kohli just reminding him that the fielder there has got a very good arm, and he's right.
It's hit down the ground. But once again, only 4 singles in that over. So the last 2 have been good ones for Sri Lanka. 2 for 176. It's nicely timed. They only get 1 though, I think. He's coming back for 2. That's a good bit of rain there from Kohli. He's pretty quick. And with that 2, he brings up his 50. 44 balls.
Yeah, that is very well run, and he's played well too. 3 4s and a 6, and he's 50. And these 2 need to keep going. Just keep going at about 7, 8 and over. So pretty easy in terms of figures to win this match for them. Now only 2 wickets down. They've got to get 142 off 160. So that's to
see if he can get that all-important wicket, that breakthrough with their spin at both ends.
I also wonder who he's going to use in those power plays. There's 10 overs of power play. Virat Kohli's played well. He's looked in pretty good touch most of the summer, to be fair. Just in recent times, he's lost his way a little bit. Disputed a few decisions he hasn't liked. And I think he's just lost his focus. Today, he's been focused because he's had to score quickly. And I think he's forgot about all the other stuff and just got out there and played the way he can. We all know he's a very good player when he is focused. That's through everything. This could well be wides. He didn't hit it. Let's have a look. Yeah, no, it's runs. Got some bat on it.
Yeah, he certainly did. He got quite a lot of bat on that one. And that's all you need into a delivery like this. You'll see this, it's it down.
Not an easy shot to play. Ball was well down leg side. He's had to catch the ball up, and he actually middles it. So a very, very good shot.
And he's annoyed with himself there. He picks out Jade. And then Sri Lanka beat India at the Gabba. So at the moment it's 1 win apiece and a
Of throat.
It's nicely knocked down.
And Captain Mahela Joe Warden are just doing some tidy work at extra cover, setting the example, moving quickly to his left, not quite picking it up cleanly but recovering well.
They knocked down to long off. 6 off that over. 25 overs gone. 2 for 190.
It'll be the lesser sides.
Yeah, you're going well. You're going well. It's not Australia. We'll eliminate them.
Bangladesh, no, they didn't play. They never played. Yeah, we played up in Darwin against Bangladesh. So we're now down to who we're down to. That's what they're waiting for, I'm sure. They waited for the little spike. They're waiting for the power play overs.
Nicely tucked away. It'll just be a single. just trying to work out another 4 overs. If they can get themselves to something like 230, so another 30 odd.
Playing nicely. One bounce to the man in the deep. Flirting with danger.
Oh, it's such a fine line. Middle of the bat, that could be out or it could be 6. He's looking to go straighter than it ended up going. It went squarer than he'd like, straight to the man. Herath throwing it up. Almost getting...
Flicks it the onside. I thought it was to that man at mid-wicket. We've been talking a lot about that mode of dismissal. Now run out, gone, got him, he's out of there. We're just going to check. But I think he's gone for all money.
That's the problem with Kohli, who's so quick that he can see to it. Gambhir can't. Great throw, perfect throw. Gambhir head down for the post, but doesn't make it.
Well done by the bowler there too. We've seen them fluff a couple of those in that tie in Adelaide, but not tonight. The throw was great. The bowler did well. Angelo Matthews finishes the innings of Gautam Gambhir. Unfortunate because it was a beauty. 3 for 201.
Kohli on strike. And here goes big. Straight to the man. He doesn't get there. Chandimal has darted in so quickly. He overran it. Got himself into an awkward position. And they come back for 2.
Well, it is a bit overexciting. This very clever field setting. This, it's dependent on pretty full bowling with fine leg up, and I think deep cover are the men on the fence. Fabulous touch.
No, that works. That's a very good shot. Kohli getting it right. There's the wrong option earlier for them to look at it, try and whip one off the stumps like that, but this was played with a lot more control. He needed some length. It was more of a lap sweep.
Good. And great timing. Hasn't he come into his own? 67 from 57. He was battling to time the ball at the start.
To find the rope. Down the ground. He's hit it very hard indeed. 1.
We keep saying that they're young players, but they're not really. They're vastly experienced in one-day cricket, and they've won a World Cup, and that's nearly a year ago. Dhoni promoted himself in the World Cup final. He probably wanted to keep right and left-hander going here.
Yeah, that's a valid point. It certainly worked in that partnership until just then, and that was just an error of judgment. Chandimal, good throw. He made good ground, got the throw away quickly, and it was right on the money. Had to be next to the stumps. He's had a tough time in the field. He's dropped a few catches, but spot on that occasion. So well done, youngster. Boost to 40. You can score 100 runs in 10 overs. Oh, he's clubbed it. Gee, that's a good shot. What a start to the Malinga over.
But that is exactly the sort of method that Sehwag and Tendulkar used against Malinga at the start of the innings. Don't let him settle. Scare the life out of him. He's bowled 4 overs and 1 ball for 47. And he's considered as good as they get at this form of the game with ball in hand.
The field doesn't change. Joe Warden is probably thinking of some sort of change, but he keeps it as is. Pressure on Malinga. That's better. They will steal a single.
Handy start to the over. So Malinga's got to get it right. And that's why Mahela Jayawardena didn't change the field. He's backing his bowler to make the adjustment rather than adjusting the field.
That'll be a wide, so that's the bonus. That helps India. Malinga He's not quite getting it right. He is going at over 11 and over, so it's not been a day out for Malinga. He could still be the match winner, though.
Good take by Sangakkara. He's missed one of those tonight, but he was on to that. It was speared in outside leg and swinging further down. And low.
Well, this has to be a dot ball. At worst, a single. Instead, it's 4. Wow, that is a big over for India. Okay, there are 10 overs remaining for 40, and India need 9. Just now wide. So a close appeal gets turned down, and Kulasekara is on the wrong side.
I think this is the right side of the guideline, though. Just inside it. It's harsh call, but we've seen it called before.
Just thinking if Dhoni must be looking. Where's he looking? Is he looking over mid-on, sort of wide mid-on? Kohli, I mean.
Yep.
Oh, well, he saw a gap between the legs of that fieldsman. Straight through. Treads it through. They're in control now, India. You sense they're in control. Jaya Wardner knows it. The match is starting to creep away.
The bowlers cannot land it. But, you know, you're quite entitled not to get a run off that low full toss on the way down. But Kohli can hit anything today. 79 off 64.
And again. And again.
That's the place for him. Mid-on up. Mid-on up, a medium pacer, optionless, but the pitch in full. Ooh, what a performance this is already.
What I love about it, it says that India want this. They want to be in this competition. They haven't checked out. Look what they're turning on. A flat pitch, the 2 hard balls now. This is where we're seeing the white balls, one at either end, come into play as well for the batting. Can you believe it? 30 overs. Well, this is the 31st, 244 runs. They're playing it like it's a 2020 in a 50-over game. Now we'll go over cover. Or point even, why not?
Brilliant, really brilliant. Because of the strokes before, Jai Wardner had to drop mid-on back. So where does he sacrifice the fielder from the offside? Because he thinks Kohli's weaker. What does Kohli do? I'm not weaker, boy.
And I bet he thought his bowler would deliver something the same, but he didn't. The bowler changed. Slow, loopy, slow ball, which gave Kohli the chance to heave it over cover. The outside edged at the point, but not working together, the captain and the bowler.
And there was nearly a snake single, but this is brilliant batting from Kohli. What a display. 3 for 248.
That's the bowling power play, the red overs, and how good have they been? Square boundaries. You see on the left of screen, tight ring. There's no one behind them. Slower ball, toe-ended. They're pushing for 2, but Kohli won't get there. Well, he's off 87 anyway, onto 88. Not that they're suspicious. What do they call it? Superstitious like us.
I suppose one more thing to throw into the equation, that Kohli is nearing 100. I think he's got about 8 one-day hundreds already, so I don't think he'd be that nervous, but every player likes to get the 100.
I've got to say that I'm a little bit with you there. I'm more like perhaps 50-50.
This is a big ball. Slower ball, lifted over cover, mid-off's back, but don't worry about it. He's into the 90s. 3 for 257. Hit Malinga down the ground. No, but there's a single.
That was almost 4. The timing from both these batsmen has been exquisite, really. He should have jammed that out, but timed it well enough that if it beats that man there, it probably goes for 4. I think that's Chandimal there.
Yeah, there's Malingas everywhere. He's in 99's jersey. The sweater. Malinga's bowling.
Probably a couple of balls away from 100 here, the way he's hitting him.
Fields up again. Offside up, mid off, mid on up. Brilliantly bowled. Whipped away straight to the man.
56 they need, or 43 balls to win with a bonus point.
I guess Sri Lanka just need a wicket. They have to get a wicket. And maybe more than that. Oh, that's brilliant timing. That man's about 85 metres away, and he's had to put in as hard as if he was close to the wicket.
Well, he did it well. I think that's Angelo Matthews down there. Yes, it is. That was an excellent piece of fielding. The slide, lovely piece of cricket, really. It was an authentic cover drive. Look at the slide, stops himself and whips it in.
Oh, he's a class fielder. He's a fantastic all-rounder.
Slower ball wide. Control it. Last over it was outside off. Now it's one down leg.
And 96 for Kohli. Keep an eye on that, Hills. He's only a boundary for 100 here. Brilliant 100 too.
Yes, the pressure getting to the bowlers a little bit. They've been so controlled through the series so far, but under pressure here.
Smoke through the offside. He sent him back. I think it's, well, Dilshan hangs on to it. A dot.
Yeah, they're pretty precious, those dots.
How good would 2 in a row be? I mean, 73 he's faced for 96 runs. It's not easy to produce a dot. That's another good one. It's a single. Slower ball. He lands it well. Fine legs up, and it's just a single.
Still, though, it's been a good over for them. They've got 8 from the over with a ball to go. So even without hitting the boundary, they're still getting that 8 and over. That's all they need to do. 6 overs after this one. 48 runs needed.
Last ball going for 6. Now it's Malinga to Kohli. Smashed off middle stump. There's going to be 2. And he comes back for one of the best one-day international hundreds one can remember. A night he'll never forget. Virat Kohli has delivered.
Yeah, he's played superbly. When he goes well, he really does go well. He's got all the Indian team out of the dressing room there on their feet. Very well played. If they do manage to get through to the finals, they'll have him to thank.
Well, there's not a big crowd in here, but they've made a huge noise when he hit that ball. That's an exciting innings, that. 10 fours, a 6, and barely a ball out of the middle of the bat.
But that last one was smashed from middle stump. That's a middle stump Yorker. There's another one, leg side, and that's all the way! 2 sixes!
Oh boy, what a shot. What a shot. They all gathered underneath it, down under the scoreboard there. But that too was dropped by the crowd out there. They've never caught one. Look at the shot. Unbelievable shot. Have a look at this now. They're all gathering around. Look at this. On the ground again. I'm not sure there's a Tasmanian that lives that can catch.
Hey, they're Queensland tracksuits. And the under-15 schoolboys championships is on in Hobart. They're here tonight, and they're even dropping them. A runner ball, that's it. That's all they need. They are smashing sixes at will. Here he goes again, deep in his crease. He's just made his 9th one-day ton. Oh, he's smashing through the covers. You're kidding.
That's the shot of the day. That did go like a rocket.
Oh, this is an exhibition. Look at this. Oh, that's after a 6 over square leg. You get a ball wide of off stump, and that's as hard as you can hit a ball through cover. That's an exhibition.
Tell you what he's done, Greggy, you said he's got his teammates out of the viewing room. He's got them out of the airport. They were packed and ready to go. Now they're a force. Malinga, he's like a brick in his hand. Oh no! A Yorker for 4 behind square. This is as good as it gets.
Well, they're going to need a swab after this, surely. They're all out for 160 last innings. This is just some of the best batting you're ever going to see. 6, 4, 4 on the back of a 6 that Suresh Raina hit last over. Superb entertainment.
And once again, though, if the captain, Jay Wardner, is confident in Malinga's bowling and his Yorker ability, fine leg's got to be back. But he's that worried about a full toss that he's not protecting. He's protecting down the ground, and fine leg top right of screen is up. It's a really tricky situation for Jay Wardner as he sees this game slipping. 26 to go, 26 to win. And the way they're going, it's going to be 2 overs. Another beauty.
That's almost a replay of the previous delivery. 118 he's moved to now. His highest score in one-day cricket. And even Raina's laughing. He's enjoying it the other end.
Yeah, right off the middle of the bat. Quite low on the bat, but raced away to the gap again. The placement's been absolutely perfect. He doesn't like it. No, he does not like it.
They can't stop anything. And that's what we're talking about. That fine leg has to be back if he's going to attempt Yorkers. And if he gets them anywhere near where they need to be, you can't smash it down the ground. And you can't smash it through covers where they've got protection on the road. He walks across, flips again. 4, 4, 4 and 4. 24 from the over. Lasith is shattered. These guys are surprising themselves.
Well, we saw 2 superb sixes in the last 5 minutes or so. Firstly, from the left-handed Raina, last ball of the previous over, and then it was the Virat Kohli saying, "Well, I'll show you, I can hit one as well." And he followed that up with 4 boundaries. Here are those 4s. First in the cover drive. I agree with Tony Greg. That to me was the shot of the night. That was brilliant. And then some not so great bowling, I suppose it's fair to say, but to put them away as he has done is just superb batting. That's the last over there. It is 24 runs from it.
Don't worry about singles when you're playing like that. They are delighted. They've passed 300 in the partnership win of 88 balls in the match to go. And that man's probably got to come up, I'd say.
What about Tilakaratne Dilshan? Made 160 early on today. That's going to be almost forgotten at the end of this day.
Yeah, too slow. There's protection down the ground, both sides of the pitch, but nothing to the left of screen. Good bowling. Keeps it to a single. It's great bowling, actually.
Yeah, they've just got to finish it off.
Something like that, if there happened to be bad weather in Melbourne, would mean Sri Lanka would get 2 points and go through.
Oh, that's beautifully bowled and still middled. But you're right, Sri Lanka will take a tie. This series will throw up a tie, I bet.
In that game now.
Over the man and the infield 4.
And now they just need a boundary to win the match. And, well, it'd be terrific if Virat Kohli was to hit another boundary to win the game. This has been one of the great one-day innings you're ever going to see. It would be fitting if he was to hit a boundary or a 6 to bring up the winning runs.
Joe Warden has learned a bit. Now, he's put fine leg back for this over, and then Lasith Malinga delivers outside off. And Kohli doesn't mind. He doesn't mind where the fielders are. He's got it covered. Get down the ground. A stunning victory to India. The best knock so many people have ever seen. It's unforgettable.
Yes, you won't see many better than that, that's for sure. He wants to get a copy of that knock because he wants to put it away and show his grandchildren because when he looks at it himself, he'll be very proud of it. Superbly played. What India need is a bit of this Virat Kohli in the finals if they happen to get there.
Well, they've got the bonus point with 20 balls to spare. They've chased down 320 in 36.4 overs. Malinga's gone for 96 from 7.4. But most importantly, Virat Kohli, 133 from 86 deliveries, 16 fours and 2 sixes. And I said that's about as good a one-day innings that you're ever going to see.
Well, there it is, Australia on 19, so India and Sri Lanka are now level, and all now depends on the Sri Lanka-Australia game in Melbourne.
That's got to inspire Virender Sehwag, hasn't it? Look at him, the smile on his face. He can't believe it. 3 for 321. Still 13 overs to go. Reiner, don't forget him, 40 off 24, right when they needed a magnificent partner for Virat Kohli. They had ammo still on the bench. Dhoni, Jadeja, Ashwin, not needed.
Thank you very much.
Oh, it's a big night. Oh, he's smashing through the covers. Walks across, flips again. Four.